Double H, the blue bikini, that kid, that boy, that dude, that one trying to make things cool, trying to change the game, trying to be the guy that's coming in from a new angle. Hope all of you guys have subscribed to the Football Dugout. Hope of you guys are trying to get there towards our 1,000 subs goal. We're trying to take Football Dugout to the next level. We're trying to make Football Dugout the best football panel discussion show on the planet. And to do that, we need you guys to really help us out there. So it is what it is. So remember just to, keep abreast on both channels doing our thing. But guys, this is Friday. It's Friday night. It's where we chill. We kick back, and where I offer this over to you. So bring your best questions, footballing questions. Who is the greatest World Cup winner? The best CL final? Who is the best striker, the best false nine? What is the best formation? 4-3-3, 4-5-1, 4-2-3-1. How has football evolved? Who was the best player of the 90s, best players of the last decade? Who is really better between Enzo and David Villa? Which was the better team? The Barcelona 09 team or the Barcelona 2011 team? Real Madrid, where does that Real Madrid three-peat team, where do they land amongst the greatest club sides of all time? I'm a football merchant, man. I'm a football servant. I know everything about football. So guys, look, man, please send, and also guys, always just send the best questions. Send the best questions, but I want interesting questions. And let's talk about Bale. Let's talk about Thiago Alcantara. Let's talk about Liverpool signings. Maybe we could talk a little bit. I might do a little pretty much on that on the morrow. So guys, all these things are all here for you today, man. So without further ado, let's see what you guys are saying, man. From your boy Daniel Henkel. Oh Lord. HH uses eye test because he can't count this. Guys, okay, yes, I'm a mathematical break. I get it, but relax, chill. Okay, I can count. Maybe not to an advanced stage, but I can count. Yes, I saw the Bayern Munich scoreline. Schalke. Should a wing be built for Schalke? My God in heaven, 8. Should a wing be built for Schalke? That's what I want to know. Should a build be built for Schalke? And guys, look, didn't Dortmund destroy these guys already before? I think they already did. But so basically, because I watched the first half, and a bit of the second half, but mostly the first half, and for me, it's like business as usual. But whenever I look at stuff like this, I'm like, can we really judge Bayern like, yeah, treble again? I still don't believe that they're going to win the I still don't believe that they're going to defend the title. So this, because people are so reactionary. They're like, oh my gosh, look how good they could look, how good Leroy Sane looks. Leroy Sane looks good. Sane looks good. He's looking very good. And when you're just looking at Sane like that, you're like, Pep, you couldn't find a place for him. I love Sterling. And I've been saying this thing for years, and people can verify all day, every day of the week, and twice on Sunday, and 3 times on Tuesday. Leroy Sane is categorically a better player than Sterling. There is no way in hell I'm ever picking Sterling over Leroy Sane. It's never happening, I get that Sterling maybe is much more consistent. He defends better, he works in a system. But just on a pure footballing level, Leroy Sane is better. And I just what I pray. I pray he is fit. You see, for me, I always say to the guys that I'm a football fan. Okay, I watch. Of course, I told you I'm a complicated Chelsea fan, but I am a football fan, and I want to see the best always play. Because anybody who loves football, anybody who plays football, speaking of which, I've not played football in ages, I need to get back onto the pitch. The streets in the HH. Anybody who plays football and just loves, has an undying passion for the game like I do, you want to see the best play. And every time I saw Leroy Sane, I'm like, this is my kind of player. Fearless, direct. He dribbles. He goes straight. He goes straight for the jugular. Mike can play. So if this guy is fit, Bayern look crazy. If Sane stays fit, this guy is gonna puncture some guys, man. This guy is gonna puncture some flipping dudes. Cause I mean, Shalke, how do you concede 8? Like, how do you concede 8? Especially on the first day of the season. How do you concede 8? And also as well, which is what I said on Twitter. Do they miss Thiago? No, they don't miss Thiago. If Bayern was a possession-based team like they were under Pep, then okay, I would understand how they miss Thiago. But they're not a possession-based team. They recycle the ball very quickly. And I've already said that Joshua Kimmich is probably the most versatile player in the world in terms of this guy can play all positions in defense and he can play in midfield. And he's actually a much better midfielder than he is a right back, because he started at right back, but he's a much better midfielder. And I think with Joshua Kimmich there, with Goretzka, you have the great one-two punch. Joshua Kimmich is the distributor with the pass. Goretzka is the thug who basically breaks things down. So, but yeah, like and Gnabry even look good as well. So Gnabry and Sane, man, and we didn't even see Davis. We've not even seen Davis, because that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see how Davis and Sane were going to involve, man. But Sane, the guy's just too sharp, way too sharp. So it's Bayern are going to cause guys problems, man. You know, I think what's good is it 8 in a row or something? Clayton Cruz, I love that avatar, by the way. I love that avatar. Clayton Cruz, where do you think Lunsilu's Tottenham will finish this season, particularly with Bale coming in? Who the heck is Lunsilu? I hope that is not an insult towards Uncle Mo. Please, that's not Uncle Mo. That's a great question. Now, this is what I said. People called me crazy. Before Bale, before Beast Mode, I said, they would finish in 4th. So my thing was Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, and then Tottenham. That was my top 4. Was Liverpool, okay, Man City, then Tottenham. That was the thing. Tottenham in the 4th. If Bale comes in and he flops, he doesn't do too well, I still think that Tottenham could just about get 4th. Maybe 5th, but I think they're going to get 4th. If we get beast mode, if we get beast mode and he isn't injured and he's fit for most of the season, but specifically we get beast mode, not Bale. If we get Bale, then if we get beast mode, bro, I don't think you don't want to hear what I'm going to. Nah, you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it, bro. Daniel, man, that's how I like it, man. Denim, man. You know, match it up. I'm good. This is my 90s swag. Can Bayern defend their CL? How about a 3-peat? Who's stopping them? They're not. I just don't feel they will defend it. I just don't think they will. Let's break this down. See, Real Madrid, first of all, nobody thought they would defend their title. And nobody even thought they would do the 3-peat. There is a key difference between Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. And it's Cristiano. Like, Cristiano was, and not just Cristiano, but it was obviously the team. Modric, Zidane, Ramos. It was a very good team, but as good as Bayern Munich have, they don't have, like, Cristiano is guaranteeing you a goal. Guaranteeing you this guy is scoring 2 goals, 1 goal, 1 goal, 2 goals, hat-trick. He is getting a goal, and whether you play well or don't play well, somehow, whether you're hosting defending, he's going to guarantee you a goal. So there was just something special about that Real Madrid side, and I think the way things happen, you see, when Barcelona won, when they won the treble, when they won the treble in 2009, bro, before that 2010 semi, guys are like, forget this guy, which is why That was when the football hot really began. Was that 2010 semi Mourinho? Because guys like, oh no, this is the greatest football side we've ever seen. This is the greatest team we've ever seen. Boom, 2011, man, nah. But we also what happened in 2012. MSN 2015, nah. These guys, nobody can stop MSN. Atletico Madrid said what's up. So coming into the Champions League, everyone will be like, oh, Bayern, man, these guys look great. These guys are amazing. A team will just manage to beat them. I still cannot guarantee you that Bayern Munich beats Liverpool. I cannot guarantee you that. I cannot guarantee you that. And let's be real. In that three-peat that Real Madrid have, did they ever face Barcelona? Did they ever face Barcelona in the knockouts? I don't think they ever did. So a lot of the stuff are matchups, and I'm not sure that Real Madrid side would beat Barcelona over two legs if they were in that three-peat of 2016, 2017, 2018. Well, it is crazy, but would they? Because Barcelona matched up very well against Real Madrid. They always matched up really well against them. So I just think that it's Bayern Munich look very scary now. They look very scary now, and 8-0 is okay. Scheiße. Shit. Damn. But so it's 8-0 is scary. Okay, it's because excuse me, 8, which is, I think that's like a resurrection or something. So, but don't be reactionary. Don't be reactionary. I still don't believe they'll defend their title. Now they may get semis. You will probably see them get to semis, but I don't. It is not for sure that they'll win it. Watch the 6 goals for Bayern. You'll thank me. Okay, I will get that done, man. Yeah, look. Is it that Bayern were so good or Shalke are just trash? Maybe I think it has to be both, because this is the same team that said what's up to Barcelona 8-2. But it's like, how do you win the treble? Fair enough, you lose Thiago, but you get flipping Leroy Sane. I mean, that's just effed up, man. That's just fucked up. Please tell me the best players in a starting 11 who can play in every system. Neymar, Kante. Basically, the ones that I think of are Neymar, Kante. I feel Joshua Kimmich. Because so for instance, for Messi, am I sure that Messi can play in a very... I mean, I suppose maybe Messi can, because obviously Cristiano can't play in a possession-based system where it's about keeping the ball and intricates. He's much more about direct and counter-attack. Could Messi play in a fast counter-attack system where you have to now be very direct? I suppose, but I just think that Messi likes to hold on to the ball a bit more rather than being direct. But I look at a Neymar. Neymar can very much, because he's so skilled and which way did MS, and he can keep the ball very well. So if it's the possession system balanced, he can do that very, very well. He can play left. But now if it's about counter-attack and very quick, for PSG, that he can play in the whole number 10 and he can recycle. Kante, similar to Joshua Kimmich, he can be a deep line playmaker. He can tackle. He can keep hold of the ball. He cannot be attacking. He can be a threat in the final third. So, because if you think about it, because most players are system merchants, where they really thrive and do well in systems. Very few players have the same level in a different system. So balanced, sitting deep counter-attack, fully direct, possession-based attacking. So, because again, like, how many players maintain the same level playing in Pep's system, playing in an Ancelotti system, playing in a Benitez system, playing in a club system? Because these are very different things, because there's some guys who Isco can't function in a fast-paced direct system. He can't function because Isco, naturally, when he has the ball, he just has to hold on to the ball. He's not a quick thinker like direct. He has to be like, boom. So Isco is amazing in a potential-based system, which is why, maybe because he's so much of a Madrid guy, he would be perfect for Barcelona. So that's the thing. But then you see, Cristiano in a possession-based system can't work because that's not his game. Because Cristiano is always looking to go forward, looking to push the ball forward, looking to hit it like that, which is similar to why I think maybe Sane didn't work too well on the play, because Sane is like that, where he's very direct. He's like, boom, let's hit it, let's go straight. So not many players can thrive and operate in multiple systems. It's a rare skill. It's a rare skill. What team can beat Liverpool in the knockout stage of the upcoming CL? Liverpool can beat Bayern. Bayern can beat Liverpool. PSG can beat Liverpool. Liverpool can beat. Let's say the team that can, so Bayern can beat them. PSG can beat them. That might be it. Because Juventus, I'm not sure with Juventus and Pirlo. Man City, if Liverpool take it seriously, Liverpool will always be a kryptonite for Man City, specifically that's defense. I don't think Dortmund can beat Liverpool. What else are we saying? I think those are the really... Well, Atletico, see, that's the thing. Atletico, yes, Atletico can. But I still feel that I still say Liverpool should have won that game. They should have won that game. I know that they know they should have won that game. They had that game. So I would still say that if Liverpool Atletico play again, I do believe Liverpool, and it's over 2 legs, Liverpool would win. And I think that they would know where they went wrong, because again, they should have beaten them. They literally had 3 billion chances. So how Liverpool did not win that game is beyond me. But I still think that PSG can beat them 100%. PSG at full strength, they can beat Liverpool for sure. And Bayern Munich at full strength, they can beat them. Because remember, the Bayern Munich side, the way that they're functioning specifically with Sane. Remember that G that Sane scored against Liverpool 2018? They can say what's up. So, but apart from that, man, I don't think any other team can. I don't think, especially if it's like in a knockout, as I said, in a knockout stage where, okay, it's now real. Like Dortmund can't. Juventus, I don't think Juventus can. Because that's a bad matchup for Juventus. Based on how Juventus are, Liverpool would be a bad matchup for them, specifically what Salah, Trent, and all those guys could do against them. But basically, I would love to. Liverpool PSG would be a great game. Both teams at full strength, over 2 legs. That would be a great game. That would be a great game. And Liverpool against now this Bayern side now, that'd be a quality game. Because you see, that's why I started like it would be interesting, specifically with Bayern, because Bayern, they want to push up, they want to press very high. And now, especially with Thiago, who can quickly release a pass very quickly and so forth in transition. And we know the speed of Salah and Mane, specifically of Salah. That would be an interesting matchup. At the same time, how does Trent now deal with Leroy Sané's directness? How does Robertson now deal with Gnabry doing his thing? How do they now deal with the runs of Goretzka, Muller, and so forth? Because it's a very different Bayern side as to the one under Niko Kovac in 2018. So that would be a great game. That would be a great game. The CLs should be cool, man. From your boy Mohammed, agents continued strikes. Convinced Thiago to sign for us and allowed us to sign VVD, Alisson, and played crap for Barca so we can win the UC. But see, my thing about this is that let me ask this for Liverpool fans. Would you take back Coutinho? Because there are still some Liverpool fans who still want Coutinho, which I find weird. I find that totally weird. I find that completely, totally weird, But, yeah. Could convince Thiago to sign for us and allowed us to sign. Oh yeah, Barcelona are. That's that might be the biggest finesse in football history, because Torres scores cost 50. Liverpool are very tricky. So remember, so first of all, Liverpool gave Chelsea Torres for 50 mil, and it turned out to be one of the greatest bricks of all time. And Liverpool gave Barcelona Coutinho for what? 120, 130 mil? And that dude was a complete wreck. And with that, they got VVD and Alisson, who pretty much were the foundation of winning a CL and the Premier League. Liverpool, they finessed, man. Guys, I'm depressed. There's no edge. There's no edge. There's no edge. There's no edge. I'm depressed. Yech isn't fit for this Sunday. No Yech and no sick. No Yech and sick for this Sunday. I'm the thing. But Chelsea, guys, please, Lampard, I'm begging you, please, please, please. I need Havertz in number 10. Please, I need Havertz in number 10. 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 I need Havertz at number 10. I'm begging you, please don't mess this up, man. From your boy, just best in man. United and Chelsea could draw Bayern in the group stage. My God. Just best in, don't put that evilness into the universe. Okay? Don't put that evilness into the universe, man. Please, 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 don't you dare do that. Don't put that evilness into the universe, man. Someone just put, we have mounts. Jesus Christ. What do you guys say, man? Oh, no. Come on, guys, send in those cues, man. Send in those cues, man. Send in those cues. Where is Man City going this season with no world-class centre-back signing? Well, so let's look at it in both ways. If Man City go into next season without a world-class centre-back, I don't see how they win the title. Because they will still continue to have the same mistake. Because Pep is not going to change. The reason why Pep is going so hard for a defender is because Pep will not change his philosophy. And his philosophy means that his centre-back will have to be super smart and great at interceptions. That is why he's fighting so hard to get either Jimenez from Atletico and Koulibaly. Atletico are not selling Jimenez. They just sold Godin. Why the heck are they going to sell Jimenez? That's not happening. De Laurentiis has said, okay, Koulibaly is one of our main guys. Speaking of which, guys, Sunday is a huge man. Osimhen should make his debut for Napoli on Sunday. Huge. Napoli are like now my secondary team because I've got to support my man guy Osimhen. I've got to support this. This is huge, man. This is for every Nigerian. This is a massive, huge season, man. Osimhen. I'm not being as excited for a striker like this till that Agahoa became a break. So. If they don't get a world-class centre back, they'll probably just win the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, but I don't see how they win the league. Now, if they do get a world-class centre back, then we'll have a very interesting title race. So many of the games that Man City lost, defensive mistakes, poor positioning. Even look at the game against Lyon. Just because what a great defender does, a great defender marshals all four. He's like the leader and he's screaming and he's shouting to all the guys to say, look, this is how we go, this is how we go. Because they don't have that clear leader and you're playing Fernandinho, a natural midfielder in defense, it just shows you that you'll always run into those issues. And I think what City have to learn from their rivals, you see, a clever man always knows best, always has the answer. A wise man admits he knows nothing and always learns from his enemies. So the wise thing for Pep to do is to look at Liverpool. Van Dijk seismically changed Liverpool. And what you're seeing right now are defenders are massive. Ramos is extremely important to Real Madrid. Yes, Cristiano scored those goals and everything. Ramos's defending for Real Madrid consistently was huge. Because as much as Cristiano was scoring those goals in that run, PSG, Juventus, Bayern, they were coming for Real Madrid and they were putting them under pressure. But Ramos was defending. defending, 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 defending. So if you don't have a quality defender, you're putting way too much pressure on your striker to score 2, 3, 4, 5 goals. So the thing about Pep is that Pep just does not value defenders. You got away with it at Barcelona because you were able to get with Barcelona because you had an amazing team who kept the ball for large periods of time. Same thing with Bayern. You had an amazing team that kept the ball for large periods of time. Man City, this team is basically, this is actually the weakest team it's weird. You may have got 100 points and 98 points, but this is actually the weakest team you have in comparison to those other two previous sides. They simply are. So you even more so you have to get a top defender to be able to say what's up. But even at Barcelona, who did you have? You had Puyol. And even in flipping 2011, when you didn't have Puyol, who did you have? Arguably one of the best possession-based midfielders that I've ever seen, Xavi. Xavi literally never lost the ball. So when you have a guy who literally can keep the ball for like 80% of the time, it limits the amount of defending your defenders have to do. So in Man City, you don't have a guy of Xavi's ilk who can literally control possession for like 20 minutes non-stop. So there is more of an onus to get a freaking defender. But Pep ain't going to listen. It's not even about getting a defender. Preach defense. Get a defensive coach. He won't listen. And you're going to keep on getting knocked out. And I'll be waiting. Actually, it's literally like, it's this for me, man. I love it. I just love whenever Pep messes up in the CL. Because ever since he said that I destroyed football, I'll be like, oh, every Champions League Pep, I'll be waiting. I will be waiting like clockwork. Every single Champions League, I will be waiting to rip you open. Man. Should Isco go to Man City? It would be wise. That's a smart signing. Now, the main aim for City should be a defender. But let's just, if you just focus on Isco, 4-3-3 is the formation. It's not 4-2-3-1. Now, if Zidane did 4-2-3-1, you can clearly play right in the number 10 position there. But nope, Zidane plays 4-3-3. And Isco doesn't flourish in a 4-3-3 because you can't put him in the midfield three. That is Cruz, Casemiro, and either Modric or Fede Valverde. In the three, he's either on the left or on the right, and Isco is a central player. And I think that Isco, as we just said, he's a possession-best player. So Isco would far flourish in Man City, and Isco would literally take the position and the role of David Silva. So it would work far better for Isco to go to Man City. If I was advising Isco, go to Man City, you would do better because you're not going to get full-on game time. Because there are most times where Rodrigo would be ahead of you, and if Asensio is fit, Asensio is going to be ahead of you. So, combine Pep and Mourinho, and you have an unstoppable manager. What? Because it's interesting just looking at the all or nothing series. Because I think if you take Pep's coaching and how he coaches an attack, and you take Mourinho's mentality and willingness to fight for the clean sheet, that's a perfect manager because Mourinho represents the best of a defensive philosophy. Pep promotes the best of an attacking philosophy because the key ingredients of an offensive philosophy is coaching and having an identity that this is our strategy to cut you open. These are the runs that we're going to make, and these are how we're going to represent triangles to create spaces. The key to a defensive philosophy is psychology, mentality, is we're going to fight for that clean sheet. Like as Mourinho said on All or Nothing, everybody has to fight for this clean sheet. We should take pride in a clean sheet, and a clean sheet should be just as much as an objective as winning the game. I'm like, damn, everybody contributed. The striker was making clearances, the midfield making clearances, the right wing, left wing, they were coming back, we were doubling up, and we all together fought for this clean. No, these guys will not score. So if you combine both of those things together, that's the perfect manager. It's pretty much like the perfect team. All right. From your boy Lost Leston, Pep can't win a Premier League without Arteta. Facts. Let's see what happens this season. Let's see what happens this season. But it is looking more and more likely as if Arteta was a lot more important to Pep than I thought. He's looking a lot more important than I thought. Because I thought Arteta just made the sandwiches. Literally. I thought he just made the sandwiches and so forth. But it seems as if, oh no, this guy was actually a lot more important to the effort than these other dudes, man. So, but let's just see. Let's see. I wouldn't want to make that assessment and say, oh my gosh, this guy can't win a Premier League without him. Let's see how this season goes. They could very well win the EPL this season, man. Can Bayern, if they get a couple of more signings, repeat the treble? Now, the thing about it is that they can easily win the double with or without signings, because I just think that they are far and ahead, better than everyone else in Germany. But when we now look at the Bundesliga, so when we now look at the Champions League is not really about making signings. The Champions League is about how do you remotivate your team. Let's look at that Real Madrid side. How many new signings did they make during that 3-year run of 2016, 2017, 2018? It was pretty much the same team in those 3 years. So knockout competition and Champions League, it's about how good and how strong that your first team is. That's what it is. And a league is really about your squad, but because Bayern are so strong, it should be fine. So the signings are not really that much of an issue. I just don't think they will defend their title. They're winning the league again now, and I would assume they win the DFB Pokal Cup. So I would say, yeah, they win the double. I just feel that a team will take them out. It is going to be a few more years until we see a team do what Real Madrid did. It's going to take a few more years, But the thing about why there is an argument for Bayern doing it is Barcelona are in transition. That's a team that would have beaten them. Real Madrid are in transition. That's another team that would have beaten them. Juventus are not really set in their ways. So 3 of the kind of big dogs, Bayern would easily do it. And these are guys who are rather in transition and not really there yet. So the only guys who could beat Bayern, for me, are PSG. I'm not even sure. Well, PSG, maybe. The only guys who I think that could beat them is maybe Liverpool. It's probably just Liverpool. Man. United have a better chance of winning the CL than the Premier League. Bro, maybe I wasn't clear with what I said. I think you have to have a great first 11. Not a good first 11, great first 11. United have a good first 11. I'll even say a pretty good first 11. United don't have a great first 11. United do not stand a chance of winning the Champions League, because if United beat Liverpool, they're not beating Liverpool. They're not beating PSG. They're not beating Bayern. They're not beating Real Madrid. I don't think they're beating Atletico Madrid. They're not beating Juventus, So They have a good first 11. 100%, I'll give you that. They have a good first 11. A great first 11? Um, oh, God. I'm seeing Jota. I am seeing Jota. Look, man. I'm gonna ignore that, man. Um, yeah, damn Jota, man. Liverpool and Wolves have agreed a fee of 41 mil, rising to 45 mil for Diego Jota in a separate deal. Kijana, Hoover is valued as 9 million plus 4 in add-ons to move from Liverpool to Wolves. So Liverpool are making these signings, man. Can Real Madrid say what's up in the CL? To an extent, yeah. To an extent. But the thing about it is that Benzema, quality dude. It's about Hazard. I think they need another dynamic, explosive player. I'm shocked that Zidane didn't play Vinicius. And I think that Zidane, he would not admit about it. Zidane would privately say that, you know what, I messed up there. Like, if I had a massive regret that I had was I didn't play Vinicius in that game. That I should have played Vinicius in that game. He should have. I don't think they can really say what's up if you don't see Zad. If you see Eden Hazard, overweight, not really doing much, I don't think Benzema, Asensio, Vinicius will be enough. Modric, Rams, I don't think that will be enough. They have to get the best out of Zad. They have to get Zad. So if they can get Zad balling, they can say what's up. If Zad can ball, and we're seeing the Chelsea Zad, then they can say what's up. If we don't see that, no. They will compete, they'll be good. Just as the way last season, they'll be competitive. They won't be able to say what's up. So that is important. Nippon, man. Thank you, man. Will anyone other than Bayern Munich win the Bundesliga in our lifetime? Nippon, man. That is because my thing is that which is why I say, guys, is a Super League really that bad an idea? Really? So which rather have a Super League, a competitive league all year round, or Bayern Munich putting 8, 9, 12 past teams in the league? Will anyone other than Bayern Munich win the Bundesliga in a lifetime? You see, the thing about it is, I don't see any team other than Bayern winning it in the next 4-5 years. I would say yes, we will. In a lifetime, we will. Because let's just say in touch we live or in 10 years' time. In 10 years' time, another team is bound to win because Muller is going to retire. Lewandowski will retire. So once Lewandowski, Muller, and Boateng go, Bayern Munich will still have a good team, but you're now going to take away like 30 goals, which is what Lewandowski brings, and another 12, 50 goals, and another 20 assists from Muller. So once they now retire and they go through, I'm sure Dortmund will build up. I'm sure maybe Leipzig will build up. I'm sure maybe Leverkusen will build up, and you will see them rise up and say anything. But in the next 2, 3, 4 years, no team in Germany is touching Bayern Munich. Nobody's touching Bayern Munich, man. Whose trebles are more impressive, Barca or Bayern's? Bayern's, easily, because we can even combine both of them. So Barcelona's MSN treble, for me, that might be one of the most one-sided trebles that we've ever seen. Like, that was like, you know what, those guys, they murked everybody. Everybody. So I'm like, cool. Barcelona's first treble, that semi against Chelsea, is the biggest scandal in the history of football. So I don't really count that first Barcelona treble because that game against Chelsea was a scandal. UEFA did not want the same two teams in the final twice, specifically non-La Liga teams. They didn't want that. So the UEFA conspired to ensure that Chelsea would not go through because Chelsea literally had 5 penalties that were denied in that game. So that's both of Bayern's trebles are clean. That 2013 treble, those guys, they beat Bayern, they beat Barcelona 7-0. They cleaned up almost every single team. And in the final, 1-1. And what can we say about this thing? I mean, out of all of the trebles and so forth, the one team beats another team 8-2. 8-2. So I would say that Bayern's trebles are impressive than Barca's because that's first Barca treble. I'm not counting that crap, man. I'm not counting that crap. Have I missed it? Bada bing. Bear with me. I'm Chick man. Most technical gifted player of all time. My opinion, Neo or Maradona. Most technically gifted player of all time. You look at some highlights of Dennis Bergkamp. Just on a side note, look on some highlights of Dennis Bergkamp. If I had to just pick one, because I don't like picking many names. I always like to be very, very specific with these things. If I had to pick one, I would still say R9. I would still say R9 because all I say is like I know Maradona, Dino, and so forth. But your question was like most technically gifted. See, for me, when I think of Dino is the most skillful in terms of just the most elaborate dynamic skills. Dino, Maradona in terms of ball control, like quality of ball control and balance on the ball. Watch, I think Life is Life. When Maradona basically much does like warm-up, his pre-warm-up for Napoli. I've never seen ball control like that in my entire life. That is next level ball control. But you said technically gifted, I've got to say R9. Ronaldo, watch impossible technique. The kinds of things that Ronaldo was doing with the ball, the speed with which he was doing them, right foot, left foot, and just the execution of highly sophisticated, complicated, advanced on the ball skills. That is technique on a whole different level. Lakers Nuggets tonight, game 1. Lakers Nuggets tonight, game 1, baby. Flipping Jokic, man. All right, let's just see what I'm saying, man. Is the reign of Barca and Madrid over? For now, yes. I think, and it's so apt. It's so crazy how it's so crazy how the world works. So, 2010, who ruled? No one really. So 2000 Madrid won. 01 was Bayern Munich. 02 was Madrid. 03 Milan. 04 FC Porto. 05 Liverpool. 06 Barcelona. 07 Milan. 08 United. 09 Barcelona. 2010 Inter Milan. So that was like a free-for-all. But now look at this decade. 2011 Barcelona, 2012 Chelsea, 2013 Bayern, 14 Madrid, 2015 Barcelona, 2016 Madrid, 2017 Madrid, 2018 Madrid, then 2019 Liverpool, 2020 Bayern. So this has definitely been mostly a decade ruled by Real Madrid and Barcelona, and Bayern have obviously snuck in there. But I just think in this new decade, because I'm so looking forward to it, because this decade, thank God, thank the Lord, we will finally see the end of Messi Cristiano. Call me crazy, I'm going to celebrate when they both retire. I'm like, that's it. So people that talk about them, you're talking about guys who retired. I'm about the youth. I'm about the kids. I'm about the youth, man. Give me that Mbappe. Give me that Us. Give me that Foden. Give me that Sancho. Give me that Odegaard. Give me that Vinicius. Give me that Rodrigo. Give me that Upamecano. Give me that De Ligt. Give me that Frenkie de Jong. Okay. Give me that Trincao. Give me that Ansu Fati. Give me those young dudes, man. Give me those young. Give me that Kamavinga. So I'm all about the future. Because I get bored easily. And I hate repetition. So this new decade, Real Madrid and Barcelona are not going to reign, because you're going to see, because Real Madrid, they'll still be there. They'll still attract guys. So not sure. But let's go deeper. If Real Madrid secure Mbappe, could be interesting. If Barcelona can get Neymar, maybe, but I think Barcelona for specifically, because I think Barcelona are going to realize just how crucial Messi was and just how this guy truly defined him. But yeah, this decade I think is probably going to be the decade of could be the decade of Bayern and Liverpool. It could be the decade of Bayern and Liverpool. I think as long as Klopp stays, the key thing, as long as Klopp stays, I think Liverpool will go from strength to strength. Hansi Flick, I think, is a damn good manager and coach, and Bayern look good, and they will keep on adding to that team because in Gnabry and Sane, those are like, because yeah, Sane signed like a 5-year contract, so you're looking good there. Juventus, Inter. Now, maybe I'm hoping in this decade we see a return of AC Milan. I'm hoping we see, the rig. The rig is gone. Lazio. Well, guys, there he is, man. I mean, should you really treat a cult hero like that? A guy who scored probably one of the most iconic goals in Liverpool history, in one of the most iconic comebacks in Champions League history, and you're just going to toss him off like that? Wow. Damn. All right. Well, you Liverpool fans say that Origi ain't great, man. You guys say that Origi ain't great, so it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. Is this true? Your thoughts on somebody being officially says as the next James Bond. Is that true? His odds on. Reportedly, the odds on favorites become the next James Bond. Well, look, cool. I think that's a nice transition from Daniel Craig. I really like Daniel Craig as James Bond, though, and I just think they didn't really do him justice, man. They didn't really do him justice. So PSG are slowly dissolving themselves, and they won't be a European threat in 2 years max. Look at how PSG was built. PSG are not a real club. Hence why it was important that they won the Champions League sooner rather than later, because they're not built for long-term success. See, Bayern Munich, that's a real club. Real Madrid, that's a real club. Barcelona, I don't even know. Liverpool, that's a real club. PSG, like Mbappe is literally just waiting until the right time to move to. He's waiting until the right time that he can move to Real Madrid. Neymar is just there. And I think that Neymar just has way and far too much power for PSG. And obviously at PSG, they needed a strong character to be the manager and somebody to handle those egos. Tuchel can't handle the egos. Because, guys, let's be real. Let's be real. Yes, PSG made it to the final. Who did they play along the way? Dortmund, Atalanta, who they almost lost to. It took them to the 90 minutes to even get past Atalanta, and Red Bull Leipzig. Once they met a real team, they lost. So, and that PSG, I'm shocked they even made it to the final. And I never thought they'd even make the final, but they're never winning the Champions League. And yeah, like 2-3 years, that thing is done. That thing is completely and utterly done. And those guys that probably move their money out of it as well, man. Yeah, for me, look, the character of Bond is in 2020. It's about Tom Cruise and Ethan Hunt. Okay, Ethan Hunt is way more relevant than James Bond. All right, okay, no one is checking for James Bond in 2020, man. All right, come on. HH with Thiago coming in, starting midfield 3. Oh, I think it has to be Fabinho, Henderson, Thiago. And I really believe that Wijnaldum moves to Barcelona. And obviously you have Milner there to deputize. And even if what's it called? So even if you have what was I going to say? So even if Wijnaldum stays, I still think that midfield 3 will be Fabinho, Thiago, and Henderson. You have to, because again, you have to play Thiago. That is your big signing, and so forth, and that is your controller. Henderson brings so much to that team in terms of how hard he works off the ball and able to release passes and so forth. And you can see his importance to the side. And Fabinho's role is clear. He's the deep lying playmaker, so he has to be there. So Wijnaldum is sadly the guy that loses out. Sean C, shout out to Football Hot member Sean C. I just read the article. It isn't confirmed. It said Origi may now consider his future. It would be sad. It would be sad if your boy thingy leaves, man. But this is why football is cutthroat, man. This is why football is cutthroat. And I think, like, if you're Origi, you have to if you're Origi and you're not playing, you have to make that move. You have to make that move. Mods. This is just a question about mods. If you see any users that are constantly repeating the same comments again and again and again, you have the power to time out. Mods, use these powers to the best of your ability. If you see guys saying these comments again and again and again, you have the power to mute these mofos. Mute these mofos. All right. Let's just see. HH, on his day, what tier is Isco? Upper tier 2. Upper tier 2. That's like at his best, upper tier 2. Pretty much that game he had against Italy where he made Verratti do the splits, and just that we've just not seen him be of those heights in such a long time. And I think that he just needs to find the right team, because Isco, just as a footballer, talent-wise and in terms of ability, guy's freaking amazing. The guy's a flipping amazing footballer. Basically, Isco is one of those guys that if he played 5-a-side, like on an all-weather pitch, he'd be flipping amazing. Like close control off the flipping chain, man. I'm thinking, how do you celebrate Drogba's equalizer? Now, I think, yeah, because I remember it was the same room that I watched the Real Madrid Atletico one. Because as I was watching it and so forth, I was like, okay, this is done, it's finished, and so forth. And then when it happened, I think I just jumped. I was like, what? Whoa, what the? I was just in shock. I was like, what? Yeah, I was just in complete shock. But then I remember, what was it? It was the Atletico. I think it was the Atletico Real Madrid 2014. I watched that with my friend. I remember when I think it was when Ramos scored that one. I think I basically grabbed my friend and I was just like shouting. I went to someone and I was basically shouting in his ear and so forth because see, the Drogba one was, I think the Drogba one was like in the 87th minute. I think it was in 87th or 88th minute. The Ramos one was like in the 92nd minute. So that one was like, what the freak? But the Chelsea one was shocking because the thing with the Real Madrid one is like, it's Real Madrid. You knew they always had a chance. And remember, Real Madrid were actually in control of the game because they knew they had to get an equalizer. Even if when Chelsea were losing, Bayern still dominated again. Like Bayern completely dominated Chelsea in that game. So that equalizer came way out of left field because I was like, wait, thing just came in head. I was like, what? So, and also remember, Thomas Muller scored very late. So when Thomas Muller scored, it was like, oh, this is done. This is done. So, clutchest moments in history, bro. Nipo Chamo, who do you see succeeding Joachim Löw as Germany manager, Jurgen Klopp or Hansi Flick? It is more likely to be Hansi Flick, I think, because I think Hansi Flick, he's been in a German setup for longer, so it's more likely to be him. And unless something crazy happens, I think Klopp could really be. I see Klopp being at Liverpool for quite some time. If results stay the way they are and the board doesn't really mess him around, I see him staying there for quite a while. I see if Joachim Löw, let's say, messes up and he gets sacked or he steps down, I could very easily see Hansi Flick stepping in and saying, you know what, I want to take this Germany job. So yeah, so I do think that Hansi Flick could be the next manager if Joachim Löw gets sacked. How Joachim Löw is still the manager is beyond me, man. Guys, drop a like. We've got 190 dudes in here. Drop it like you bricks. Drop it like you flipping losers. Drop that like you losers. Drop that like you losers. I'm giving you that content crack, you fools. I'm giving you that content crack, man. I'm giving you that content crack. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, man. Bro, excuse me? Kepa, Adrian, or Karius? What? Kepa, Adrian. Actually, no. Adrian. Okay, to be honest, were Adrian's mistakes in that Atletico game as big as any of the multitude of mistakes that Kepa had? First of all, Karius shouldn't even be here. Karius is the worst keeper I've ever seen in my life. Those mistakes that Karius made in that CL final are the biggest mistakes I've ever seen a goalkeeper make in my entire life. You threw the ball to a dude 2 yards away from me. It's such a bad mistake. Till this day, ever since I saw that thing in the pub, I've not watched that goal again. I'm not even a Liverpool fan or anything. I feel embarrassed watching that. I just feel embarrassed just for myself watching that Karius thing. Kepa, if you shoot the ball at Kepa, it's a goal. That's the thing. It takes Kepa 3,000 years just to go down. So for me, Adrian is better than Kepa. So for me, Adrian, for sure, easily Adrian. I mean, how Karius is in there, man, is and why Karius has not yet retired from football makes no sense. And bro, retire, please retire. Shout out to Miss Undisputed. Thank you for the super chat, Mr. The Undisputed. France 2018 versus Spain 2010. Who wins? France 2018. Counter attack. Spain 2010 will have possession of the ball. They'll keep possession. But the thing about the French team is they didn't need possession. Why did Spain always beat Germany? And Spain would always beat Germany is because Germany was a possession-based team that they needed some kind of possession of the ball, which Spain would not give up to you. How you beat that Spain team was counter-attack. That French team didn't need much possession because they didn't want to boom ball over the top. And that Spain team, they would struggle with the speed of Mbappe and the movements and the ball movements of Griezmann and how Griezmann would intentionally get into danger areas. So just Deschamps' tactics and strategy would be an antithesis for Spain. That's the thing. So for me, France 2018 would win. Spain would have like 80%, 85% possession, but France would win. They'd win because it's a bad matchup for France. Paul Kickling, HH, do you think you are too real? No, I don't think there's such a thing as being too real. I think that being real, people need to be more real these days. I think the reason why we don't really get anywhere in life is because people are just being fake. People are being fake, and because people are fake, that's why things don't get done. Things don't get done. That is why things don't get done. So yeah, I don't think I'm too real. I don't think I'm real enough, man. All right, I'll ask him. Can we get a Knicks versus ITS Man United debate? Just as I think they hate each other, so I'm not sure whether I'll be able to get them in, but I'll try, man. I'll try. But yeah, like that Karius thing might be one of the biggest there isn't a bigger blunder than that I've ever seen. Like, because I told my friend, I said, wait a minute, did this dude just throw the ball to a guy that was 2 yards away from him? Like, because they said, concussion. Even if you're concussed, I don't think you would even do that. It's such a... How do you throw the ball to... He's 2 yards... You can throw the ball up, throw the ball there, hit the ball over, wait till the goes, kick it. Can't you just literally throw the... Oh my God, man. I mean... Like, for me, you have to retire after that. You have to retire after that. Quick question. What country are you from? Guess. Nobody tell him. Guess. My accent should give it away because many people say that my accent does sound like where I'm from, specifically from where I'm from. The people say that from where I'm from. That's what my accent is, man. So, if you're a manager, what type of football would you play in a relegation battle? Ultra defensive and counter-attack. You have to. Defense, counter-attack, man. 100%. Because, when you're fighting for relegation, man, that's what you have to do. Like, there's no time to play pretty football. There's something to be a philosophy merchants. Like, when you're fighting relegation, it's the key thing is don't concede. First of all, don't concede. Keep it a clean sheet for as long as possible and try and take your opportunities. But you have to first mention that we don't concede, then we build up from that foundation of not conceding and then moving forward from there. What do you think about the current Super Eagles squad? I think it's a good young squad. Chukeze, Simon Moses, that dude from Rangers, for his name, of course, Osimhen. You've got Iwobi. So it's a good young side, But I think like when you compare it to the 96 team, 94 team, 98 team, there are no true amazing star players because back then, Kano Wankwo, Finidi George, Amunike, Amokachi, these guys were playing for big time sides. Amunike was at Barcelona. Kano Wanko was for Inter Milan and Ajax. Finidi George was for Ajax as well. Babayaro was for Chelsea. So we don't really have the unfortunate thing that there is not a Nigerian player at a top club. I think the closest to that is perhaps Osimhen and Napoli. And Napoli would not call a major side. So it's young. So it's about potential and about the future, which is why it is very important that our dear leader and manager and coach knows how to properly cultivate this side, which would be very important, man. What happened to 2017 Kante? Well, look, you see, the thing about it is Sarri, it's change of formation, because Sarri came in and gave him a different role. So because he gave him a different role, he's now been required and is now showing a different set of skills. So as he's showing a different set of skills, that is why the 2017 Kante was much more of a defensive-minded dude. Slightly box, but more defensive-minded. But then Sarri said, I want you to now play higher up. I want you now to play at the final third. So I think Kante is just showing his versatility. But right now, you're like, does Lampard trust him? Lampard is playing him, not really playing him, and so forth. But just think, Kante's skills are just too important to ignore, man. So nothing happened to him. It's just that he's been required to play different positions. So because he's required to play different position, he looks different. So 2017, 2018, he was the interceptor, breaking down the middle, pretty much the new Makelele. It's pretty much like the new Makelele, but now he's more required to do more box-to-box play further higher up the pitch. So different things. From Miss B Nation, man. Thank you for the super chats, Miss B Nation. Madrid never won La Liga back-to-back. Do you think that they're going to retain it this season? Look, man. Should we just assume that they retain the title because Barcelona are going through all these issues? I really believe Barcelona will surprise a lot of people this season. I really believe that. They're going to surprise many people this season, and people are going to be like, okay, wait a minute, maybe we shouldn't just accept that these guys are just going to be trash. That maybe they're going to do a little something. Maybe these guys are going to do a little something. So it would be wise to bet on them defending their title because of how Barcelona are now changed managers and coaches and perhaps are going to aggressively change their approach and their style. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think. Because think about it. Real Madrid only just won the title last season with like two or three games to go. So Barcelona pushed them till like the penultimate game of the season, and Barcelona were trash last season. By the standards, Barcelona were trash. So as bad as Barcelona were, they only just lost the league. So if they just improve a little bit slightly, Barcelona could very well win the league. So, yeah, man, let's not assume. Let's just not assume. Your dream CL final this season. Yeah, I think that's it. Liverpool, Bayern. I think both of them are the two strongest sides, and I think that would be a great game. PSG, I just don't trust Tuchel. I don't trust Tuchel, and for me, Barcelona, radically different. Messi, is he there? Is he not there? So as far as a dream, because the dream final is who are the two strongest teams, the two best teams that will give the most closely fought game, Liverpool Bayern. Liverpool Bayern. Now again, it's like we don't know what the true will be, the thing and so forth. But if that final can happen, let's make it happen. Thiago against his old side, Leroy Sane against those dudes. Let's make it happen. Because I think that, look, Liverpool and Bayern, those are the guys who I think are the strong favorites. And I'm leaning more towards Liverpool than Bayern because I just don't think that Bayern will defend their title, because people are being way too reactionary in just assuming that, oh, Bayern treble. Bro, like, did you know how Emerson pimp slapped everybody in 2015? So guys, like, no, 2016, these guys are going to do the same. We can't stop these guys, MSN. Yes, Bayern was strong this season. MSN was a cheat code. But Atletico figured it out. Atletico somehow figured out a way to stop them and won over two legs. So the football is not done on Twitter or on YouTube. It's done on the pitch. So the pitch is where we'll know where guys are pretty much saying what's up, That's where we'll know. From Dark, thank you very much, Mr. Dark, for super chats. HH, where do Leeds finish this season? I'm keeping with my thing, 10th. I'm going to say 10th. I think they'll get a good run of results and so forth. They'll play some good football. And I think they'll do just enough to finish, basically 10th, 11th. But I'll say 10th. I'll say 10th. From Josh Byrne, thank you for super chat, Josh Byrne. Football Hot member, Josh Byrne, Football Hot member. What up, baby? What up, baby? What up, baby? Messi has evolved to punished Messi. Oh, well, you see, that's the thing about it, is that there is a dude in the live chat who's really obsessed with Riyad Mahrez. I find that's very, very scary indeed. Maybe we're going to see angry Messi. Pissed off Messi. Messi on the loose, ready to try and prove something. And I think, in that, we could really see a guy we could probably see a guy say what's up. We could definitely try and see a guy say what's up. So, is punished Messi, angry Messi, gonna give us a crazy season? He could. Because some people say, okay, the angry Messi and so forth is gonna walk, he's gonna sulk, he's not gonna give a crap. What if the adverse happens? What if this kind of Messi says, oh, all right, I got hard done by. I got pimp stopped. I'm gonna improve myself. I'm going to be able to say, yeah, I'm going to ride. So we could have the adverse there. But yeah, here, is this an evolution or is this a devolution? That's my thing. Is it an evolution or is it a devolution to punished Messi or pimp stop Messi or Bartomeu Messi? From Negros says, apart from your hair. Okay, so this dude here. So basically you're using super chats just to try to insult my hairline there. Wow. All I'm saying, guy, man, is that you need to return back to your mom's womb, man. Your mom made a mistake, man. That's just me. I think your mom made a mistake, man. They should not have had him, man. Cutting that umbilical cord. That was the worst thing, man. Cutting that umbilical cord was the worst thing. What else am I saying, man? Chelsea versus Inter Milan CL final. Now that would be interesting. But guys, I have learned my lesson. Now, I never said hashtag same is minimum. That was a lie. Nobody believed that crap. I never said hashtag same is minimum. But, I don't want to tempt fate. Because everyone knows that I want that Champions League. I want that trophy. I need that trophy. I need 2012 again. Because Chelsea should have won about 4 or 5 CLs. Easily. They should have easily won about 4 or 5 CLs, but Chelsea have been robbed. They've been robbed of 4 or 5 CLs, but it's fine. It's cool. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. It's all good in the hood. We're all good. We just have to move on. Just have to move on and be strong. Move on and be strong. That's it. Move on and be strong. But Chelsea, I doubt it will be Chelsea Inter because Conte is allergic to Europe, specifically the Champions. So I don't know how Conte finds himself in Europe, man. Doesn't happen, man. So, but guys, I tell you, it's true. Like his mom made a mistake. I don't like his mom made a mistake. Like his mom, the biggest regret that was made was that guy's mom. You shouldn't have been had. Your existence is a mistake. Your whole existence is a mistake. Basically, whoever cut the umbilical cord I am inducting that dude. Whichever doctor cut your umbilical cord has to be inducted because you're a mistake of life. So that's the thing. But we all have mistakes in life. It is what it is. All right, let us see. Okay. 09 Barca treble team versus the 2015 treble winning team. 15. MSN. The 09 team as a whole is better. From back to front, it's better because that team had Puyol, it had peak Xavi, peak Iniesta, and so forth. It had Eto'o as well. So see now how they deal with Eto'o is something. I think they'll be able to deal with Henry. Eto'o would be a problem. That Barca side has no answer for MSN. They have no answer for MSN. I mean, it could be close. It could be close because I think if Xavi and Iniesta manage the game really well, it could be close. Just that anytime MSN get that ball, I just don't know how they. Remember, MSN was stopped by Atletico, who were very good defensively. That always 09 side were not great defensively. Just that they just held onto the ball very well. So how they stop MSN, hard to say. Very hard to say. Very hard to say. Yeah, bro. I mean, look at that. Basically, your mother was carrying a brick for 9 months. Imagine having a class A brick in your body for 9 months. That's messed up. I mean, most mothers have a human being for 9 months. Your mother was carrying a brick for 9 months, man. That's bad, man. That's bad. So, and imagine giving birth to a brick. Imagine how painful that would have been, actually having a brick pump out of you, man. That's bad, man. That's bad. I mean, man. Shout out to your mom, man. Shout out to your mom. She tried, man. She tried hard. Chelsea are crap. That's interesting. Energy drinks or cocaine? Being that I'm already naturally high most days of my life, I'm going to go for energy drinks. And what's it called? This is an energy drink. Naturally occurring, natural energy. Purdy. So I don't know whether you guys have it in I don't know whether you guys have this in America, but this is great. This is in England. Purdy's Edge, great energy drink, and it's naturally occurring. And my recommendation to you guys, because I love you guys so much, if there's anything you do, quit soft drinks. If you drink Coke, Fanta, and so forth, you can maybe have Coke once a week. Cut down your Coke to once a week and have, let's say, Coke and my recommendation is JD and Coke. But if you can just focus on drinking juice, natural juice, Ribena, water, or energy drinks, trust me, you will feel so much better. So that's your boy, Dr. HH, man. That's your boy, Dr. HH, man. Thoughts on the Toad, man. It sounds effed up, man. Part of me wants to try it. Part of me thinks that if I did try it, man, I think that would just mess me up, man. I think that would just mess me up completely. That'll just mess me up flipping completely. Um, okay, so now this is why I say UEFA needs to give Premier League 6 Champions League spots. League is so stacked with quality, it's absurd. No, that's stupid. It's not about quality, it's about variety. I would say that it is always really crappy in the Champions League when you get two teams from the same league. I always hate that. The beauty of the Champions League, which is why I love it so much, is wow, man, Serie A versus Bundesliga, La Liga versus League 1, Premier League versus the Portuguese league. So we just see the whole blend. I just highlight the whole blend of styles, the different stadiums, and so forth, and blend of cultures, man. So that is what you want. So the more teams from different countries you have, the better. Having 6 Premier League teams, so what? This is just like the FA Cup. So basically, you're turning the Champions League into the FA Cup, which I don't want. We already have an FA Cup competition. I don't want the Champions League to be turned into the FA Cup, man. So no, I don't want that crap. I'm not doing a stream on acid, bro. Who do you think will be the next team to win their first UCL title? It should be PSG, but it won't be. That's a great question. The teams I have in my head are Atletico, PSG, and that's it. Yeah, I don't think any other team can come because Dortmund have already won it. Juve have already won it. Inter have already won it. So Man City. I think Man City may just be cursed. I think Man City may just be because I think after that Lyon game, I'm like, yeah, I think they'll just keep on finding ways just to fuck up. They'll keep on just finding ways just to fuck up every single time. So I'm gonna say if I have to pick, I bit my freaking lip. I'm gonna have to say Atletico. If I had, I don't think I don't think it's going to be ages. But you say that who do you think will be the next team to win the next? So I'll say Atletico Madrid. I will because I don't believe in PSG or any of those guys. And Man City, nah. Who is better, Gnabry versus Sane? Woo! That's a nice one. I think that's a really because I was about to say that Sane has more ability, but that goal that Gnabry scored, the first goal, and Gnabry just keeps on getting better and better. Put it this way, I think they're pretty similar in terms of their quality. Because I think Gnabry, bro, the things that guy can do and can keep on doing is next level. So they're similar. As a defender, I'd be more afraid of Leroy Sane. But something tells me that in terms of productivity, consistent productivity, I think I'd give it to Gnabry. But as a defender, I would be more afraid of. I'd be more afraid of what Sane does because Sane is direct. Ask any right back or left back, any of you guys who've played right back or left back. You fear speed and direct. What you want as a right back or left back is somebody who likes to control the ball first and really take their time with what they want to do and who isn't particularly fast. Because then you can work with that. What you don't want as a right back or left back is somebody who is fast and is direct. and also happens to be good. That just complicates, that makes your job a lot harder in terms of marking and positioning a dude, man. So yeah, man. Um Guys, man, I'm trying to find some leaf stacks on Animal Crossing. All right. I'm trying to build a bridge and I need some leaf stacks, and I can't find a freaking leaf stack in flipping Animal Crossing. So like in Animal Crossing, these clowns say, build me this stuff. I'm like, okay, these are the materials. Okay, where the hell do I get this material from? So say, okay, you need a leaf stack. Where the heck do I get? Interesting. I think I just, maybe I just, okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go back. I think I might have figured it out. I think I may have figured it out. Um, guys, can you please look at the question there, please, guys? Can everyone look at the question right there? See this, guys? Can you read this question? Can everyone read that question? By Syringe Sphinx. Can you read this question there? Now, you may be trolling and so forth, but it seems as if, because see, if you were like, if this was tongue in cheek, I would have expected like an LOL or an LMAO or like an emoji afterwards, but I don't see an emoji. So my fear is you're being serious. So my thing is, if you're being serious, didn't the 2020 Barcelona lose 8-2? 2015 Barca, that was what? Peak Cannibal with Neymar and Messi. And I think Iniesta was there as well. And peak Titch. And when Piqué knew how to defend. So the 2015 Barca will give birth to 2020 Barca. They'll give birth. They will literally give birth. So, I mean, wow. I mean, Lord, you see, maybe this content crack is getting to these guys, man, too much, man. That's my thing. I think I think people need to stop and chill with this content crack. This dude says 2015 Barca versus 20. Man, there's some psychopaths in this whole thing, man. I was a right back. You see, people keep telling me these things like I played right back like once. People say, "Oh, I played every position." 90% of my career, I was a central midfielder. 90% I was a central midfielder in my thing. That's how I rolled, man. You know, and the odd game, because we needed something, okay, I'd have to slot in through. Because I mean, I remember playing right back, and you know, right back is hard. Right back is hard when you have a very tough winger against you. That's when it's really, really hard, man. That's when it's really, really hard. And I even remember when I was like, again, because this one, before I moved to midfield when I was in school, they put me on the wing because look, guys are racist. Oh, black, skinny, you must be fast. That's why I was in my rugby team because I was one of the fastest in the school. So when they put me on the wing, I remember like, yeah, there's this guy, right back, man. This guy just I couldn't get past this guy. Also, wing wasn't my strong position. I said, man, I can't get past this dude. You know, but central midfield for me was always my position because for me, like I was always a guy about passing. My strongest attribute was through balls. That was my thing. Through balls. I get the ball, switch it, through ball, cut through, and so forth. Those are always my strongest suits, man. And I just love the midfield because in the midfield you're right at the heart of everything, man. But as my stamina got worse and so forth, it became a lot harder, man. It became a lot harder. But central kids, you guys need to chill, man. You guys need to respect your boy, man. I had a career. Injury got me. If not for injury, man, your boy would have gotten a few Ballon d'Ors, man. We're gonna go a few Ballon d'Ors. Oh, okay. So I hope he meant that. Maybe he meant that. 2015 Barca, 2020 Bayern. Um, that's a good one. I tell you, that's 2015 Barcelona. Because they'd be able to actually, when they get those chances, they'll put them away. Because Barcelona had chances, Lyon had chances, PSG had two golden chances. Those chances fall to MSN, they'll put them away. So 2015 Barca would win. They would win. They would win. All right, what are you guys saying? What else are you guys saying, man? Past or present Real Madrid player you would have loved to see in a Barcelona shirt? So obviously, Ronaldo obviously played there already. Zidane would be interesting. So imagine if you had Zidane at Barcelona. That'd be interesting. That would be interesting. So Zidane, if let's say he moved to Barcelona like in 2000, so he was there in 2000, 2001, 02, maybe they say something. Because remember, like, Zidane was really hitting the heights of, because remember, Zidane wasn't that great in 98. He was just amazing in that final. He didn't really have an amazing World Cup, just had a key final. But Euro 2000, I think he was voted best player of the tournament in 2000. So 2000, 01, 02 was really Zidane saying what's up. So Zidane at Barcelona would have been pretty crazy. Would Cristiano at Barcelona have worked? I don't know. Because that is just so different. I don't know how that would have worked. But I would have liked to have seen Zidane at Barcelona. I think that would have been pretty cool. Ramos at Barcelona, maybe. And Silver Spring. Shout out to Silver Spring, man. Shout, whatever. Thank you for the super chat, Mr. Silver Spring. Is Cristiano a top 10 player in 2020? Yeah, he is. Of course he is. He has to be. Because of the amounts of goals that he scores. Now, is he top 5? I don't think so. But he's definitely top 10 for sure. I mean, he scores too many goals for you to not put him in top 10. Now, all time, that's a whole different discussion, bro. That's a whole different discussion. Can Sane and Gnabry be the next robbery? Yeah. No, he meant bad, by the way. Yeah, can they be the next robbery? So basically, Ribery and Ribery and Homeboy and Robin. They will be their own. Don't compare them to them. Like, Ribery and Robin did their thing, and they're so different. Like, Ribery was two-footed and a superb, amazing throwback winger. Robin, the greatest sniper of all time, who mastered the art of a certain kind of goal. They're different. Gnabry is a different kind of guy. He's very much an inside-forward kind of dude who can also cross as well. So he balances the thing of really being able to cross the ball and also creates goals for himself. Sane, very direct dribbler, be able to meander through. So they are different, and I think that they will give Bayern something completely, totally alternative, as opposed to what Ribery and Robin gave them, man. So, but I guess when you mention that, yeah, like, Bayern Munich haven't had this level of two quality flanks since Ribery and Robin. I think for so many years, it's really been Gnabry holding it down. Kingsley Coman didn't really give that consistency. Perisic, bleh, So yeah, So Bayern are really back to not having two flanks who can pretty much give you the thing. What's up? Basically, all Bayern need is a really good right back. Because Kimmich is now moved into midfield. You've also got your boy Alphonso Davies. They need a really good right back. I think Pava is here, but I think they want to put Pava into defense mainly. So what they want is a really good right back. Then they can say what's up. Don't they have Odriozola? I think. From Sardak, how do you have time to make this content? Wife, girlfriend. At the moment, Sardak, I'm single. So if you can find me a nice, lovely South American, maybe Colombian, Brazilian, buxom, curvy wife, and so forth, give me a shout. But I am trying to make this a career, which is why I'm building up the Patreon content and the members content. And because I am trying to make this a career, I have no time to rest, no sleep days, because I've got to write blog articles. So keep the blog on the Patreon, videos, put up the audios, put up the videos, pre-match analysis, post-match analysis, keep up with the news. Anytime that's breaking news, let me go in there, make sure that I am right on the money with any breaking news that is happening. So, it's like a 24/7 job. And my hope is once I gain to a level financially where this thing is fully generating money and so forth, then I can relax. And then I can then say, ladies, come right in, Basil, right? And that's what life is about. Life is about sacrifice. To be the best and get up there, it's about sacrifice, And remember, I'm just one man. Like if I had a crew, then I could be like, okay, I can take a rest, I can do this. But because this is just me, so I edit, I put up the videos, I do the social media and everything. I have to work this hard and everything because I said again, this is what I want to do. I want this to be my job. So whether it's a sponsorship deal, it's a marketing deal, it's a sponsor, whatever it is, that is what I am working towards, So I said again, like, fucking 9 to 5, man. Office job in an office, answering to a boss. Nah, fuck that. I've had too many crap jobs, too much. I have kissed too many asses of bosses. Some colleagues piss me off. Some are still good friends of mine. Most of my work colleagues, I hate their guts. they make me sick. So I work so hard because I'm like, I don't want a 9 to 5 job. Fuck that. So it's a sacrifice, man. It's a sacrifice. Thoughts on Jota to Liverpool? That's what I said on our football dugouts thing, man. Man, it's squad. The key word there is squad. My thing is the building of the squad. I just think that is what is so good about this because it's not about him starting. It's about Firmino's not working very well. Let's bring on Jota. Bring on. So we now have is because now the key to defend the title is you must build on the squad. You must have people who can come for guys who are out of form, who are injured, or who are suspended. So Jota is definitely someone who can give Liverpool a different kind of tact in attack. But again, will he work? Will he fit the system? Because for Minamino, like that. But I just think that on the count, Jota is really good on the counter attack. He's really good on the counter attack. So it's basically against like a Man City, Jota will be great. But against most sides who now sit deep, I'm not sure how good Jota will be because Jota is very good in transition. Because he knows he's very good at making the right decision, the right pass, and he's also got some speed about him. But that's the thing, you can read the game, read the opposition, be like, Jota has the characteristics and so forth to be really good here. Or maybe Klopp may say, I think that I can utilize his skills to play the Firmino role. And maybe he can play the Firmino role better than Firmino or give something different from what Firmino gives, So, yep, I know, man. Which is why, guys, just keep liking the vid, keep spreading the word, about the content crack, keep sharing, because the more and more you share and so forth, hopefully that's big sponsors like, I wanna sponsor that sexy guy. I wanna sponsor that sexy guy. But yeah, that's how it happens, man. It's all about those sponsors, baby. Nike, man, every comes, man. Thank you, baby. It's a grind, man. It's all about the grind. It's all about the grind, man. It's all about just giving you that thingy, man. No, you can, but it's, bro. I don't think you know how my day goes, man. Like literally, like I don't have that much free time because again, I also have a part-time job as well. So there's my part-time job, and this football is like it's like a 24/7 thing. Hence why it's like you need to get to a stage where if let's say you're sponsored, then it's like aha, I can now really pace myself and so forth. But to get to that point, you need to just be like consistent, especially if you're like a one-man army. Most YouTubers that you see out there who are doing, let's say, football content, they maybe have it. Two things. See, this is the thing about it. Because the football hut is very particular. Is that if let's say this was club specific, it would be much more easier and I'll have a lot more free time because if let's say we're just one team, pre-match, post-match, and that's it. Because this is about football as a whole, and it's about what's Bayern doing, what's Juve doing, what's Serie A doing, what's Bundesliga doing, what's the biggest football news? Let's break that down. What's the biggest football story? Let's break that down. Champions League, Euros, boom, transfers. Then it's a bit much more of a different task. But don't worry, man. Okay, I've got my eyes on a few chicas here and there, man. But they're nice. They're nice right now. Speaking of which, man, I'm thinking of even traveling, going back to Japan, man, because these Western women, man, too much drama, man. I want a nice traditional lady. So Nigerian. So these are my things. Either Nigerian, say it's close to home. Nigerian, Black French. Some of those Mediterranean women are, of course, South American. Or maybe even go Japanese. Okay, we go Japanese. What's this coming? So from Toby Olokere said, confidence against Liverpool on Sunday because we have the same set of players available. No Silva, Sick, and Chilwell. I am cautiously confident because I know that Lampard's tactic and approach with Werner and Havertz, Chelsea will create chances. But as you said, the big issue there, man, is more relaxed, man. More relaxed, man. Couldn't be Oyibo. So that's the thing. The thing about it is, yeah, man. I know yet. But the thing, so I'm not, if the Yech, Sick, and Chilwell were there, boom. Because you're going to have that bomb-ass Alonso on the left, which is just flip annoying. Because that Alonso is horrible. That guy is stealing money. So not fully confident because you don't have the strongest team, and Liverpool will have their strongest team. But the thing about it though is, if he just plays Kai Havertz in that number 10 role, and you have Kai Havertz, because Chelsea, Liverpool, they're not going to sit in deep. They're going to come in and try to attack, and they'll play on the front foot, and they'll play a high line. So what you want is get Kai Havertz in a number 10 role and put him in a position where on the transition or in the counter-attack, he has the ball in the center of the pitch, and he now has clear vision to be like, I can now go into middle, right or left. If you put him just out wide, he doesn't have the vision, the kind of spectrum to be able to deliver those passes. So you need to put him in the center, so then he can really. Because what I want to see is Werner's speed. Because if Werner times his run, that's what I want to see. I want to see just Those through balls to Werner, that is going to be Chelsea's MO is through balls to Werner, through balls to Werner, and him uses his speed, which is so pissed up that Werner and um that's Werner and Pulisic are more, because if Werner and Pulisic were both playing, oh man, that would be something, man. Um, let's see, man. I'm not going to answer that, man. Lakers v Nuggets. I think Nuggets take game one. Based on they take game one, but I think Lakers in 5 or 6. But I think not Lakers in 5. But I think Nuggets will take game one. They'll be riding off their high. Lakers, I think in the last 2 previous games, Lakers have lost the first game. So I think they lose the first game, but no. I think eventually they'll say what's up. Eventually they'll say what's up, man. Whoa, 3-1. Relax, man. Will Atalanta be close to the level they played last year, this year? I think that they'll be around the same level. So I think Gasperini has just signed a contract extension. They still have most of their players, and I see no reason why they still won't be that team that can shift in a lot of goals. Now, will they do as well as they did last season? Will they, let's say, will you see them get into the quarter of the CL? Probably not. They were literally so close to getting to the semis of the CL. But yeah, I think they'll come close to their level. They'll come very, very close to that level for sure. For sure. I would have liked to see them make like a big signing. Maybe they don't have the money, but I just think based on just how well they did, I just think Gasperini deserves at least just giving like a 1 or 2 really interesting signings. But I think they'll be there and thereabouts, man, for sure. What got you to start YouTube? So basically, well, it was just a case of like there was not like nobody was doing football reviews. So this was back in 2010. I was unemployed, so literally I had free time. So because I didn't have a job, and I was like, hey man, I like football, and wouldn't it be cool just to get someone's instant reaction after like a big football game? That would be so cool. And there was nothing, because everything was movie reviews, because it was all movie content, but there was no football content. Like there was no football fan channels, nothing like that. So I was like, okay, like, yeah, it'd be cool to have someone's reactions, just like how you have someone's movie review straight after a film. It would be cool to have someone's reaction straight after a football match. I was like, all right, let me do it. And lo and behold, it happened, man. What's your opinion about Arsenal this season? William was very instrumental in Chelsea's top 4 last season, and he's with Arsenal. I said this, man. Arsenal getting William, that's a nice signature. That's a nice little shrewd signature there, man. Arsenal, man. I've got to keep an eye, because Arteta seems to build a team with chemistry. The defense is better. They bought Gabriel to improve their defense, so they've addressed that area. They made Aubameyang sign, which was vital, so they have goals. There's a strong argument for Arsenal trying to make that top 4. So Arsenal are looking in good shape this season. If that defense can just stay firm, get clean sheets, and Aubameyang stays fit and gives you another 20 something goals, Willian gives you 10, 11, Lacazette gives you 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 goals, you know what? They could do something. They could. Arsenal could surprise a lot of people this season, but I think Arsenal are looking much, much more like an actual team with a personality and a character than they did under Emery, man. All right. Hey, nice one, man. For the other different. Look, man, I tell you, man, I'm always look. I love all my fans and so on, man, but especially the Nigerian guys, man. You know, it is what it is. Me as a Nigerian, so whenever as a fellow Nigerian like that, you know, that's my guy, man. You know, so I'm always proud whenever my fellow Nigerians say, "What's up, man?" Um, my top four: Liverpool, Chelsea. Saeed, man. Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal. So Man City don't make top. Bro, come on, man. You're smoking crack. You're smoking crack. Man City don't make top four. They may not win it. Not top four? No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Would Emerson put more past Barca 2020 than Bayern did? No. Because Barca 2020 were not a great team. They just had those three dudes who were pretty proper. So I think they'd beat them like, and also there's a different mentality. I think German teams love, it's like Schadenfreude. They love pain. You know, they love pain. They love to really put guys through the meat grinder. So no, MSN would probably beat them like 5-0. Yeah, no, 4-0, basically, is it 4-1, 5-1. But MSN was not a great team. They just had an unstoppable front three. That's Bayern 2020 are a great team. From back to front, they're a great team. So, because they're a great team from back to front, it's slightly different, man. So, guys. 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Or maybe more. You know, maybe more. Seeing depends on the kind of lovely questions you guys have here to ask. So when does the CL actually officially start? That's what I want to know. Like, yeah, when does the Champions League start? Wait, when does Champions League start? Okay, now when does Champions League group stage start? I think that's the qualifier. When is the grand? Oh no. 2020-21 UEFA Champions League match calendar. Alright. Playoff draw. Group stage draw. Aha, so group stages are from the 20th of October. 20th of October. Interesting. And then February. Okay, so basically, so October, November, December. October, November, December. Are the all right? So first game, wow, 20th of October. All right, I suppose it's pretty soon then. So end of next month. End of next month. What do you want to talk about for about United, bro? Sane. Shalke are trash. Let's start there. Shalke are trash, but you can only play who's in front of you. Sane looks. I didn't think he would look that good. I thought that, you know, it's been a bit of time and he'll be a bit shaky, but I'm surprised how quickly he's slotted into the team. His movements, the runs he's making, how him and Gnabry switch, his awareness. So not just what he does on the ball, but his distribution of the ball, finding other guys, decision making as well. It just seems like it's almost as if he has something to prove. That he's just trying to prove something to Pep and so forth. But yeah, you can just see how much better he now makes Bayern, because I just think like how he, and especially if he's given the same freedom where Flick says, "Bright guys, if you want to switch. Go into the middle, make that diagonal run." So let's say Kimmich is there, don't be afraid to raise your hand and make that run across the defender, and then Kimmich can now do like a long ball over you. So he opens things up for Bayern, makes them a lot more unpredictable, and gives them a whole different element. I said again, I don't. Thiago was a quality player and so forth. He was not vital. He wasn't a vital player for Bayern. He was an important player, one of the best players. He wasn't vital. So they Bayern can very much cope without the dude. But Sane, man, and I know a lot of Man City fans, whether you want to admit it or not, you would not have wanted to lose this dude. You would not have wanted to lose this dude. Hell no, no way. Um, do you think Joshua Kimmich is underrated? Um, Slightly, and I say that's because people don't watch the Bundesliga much. But the reason why I say slightly is they won the treble. You see, everybody watches the Champions League, and I think when you just see how well Bayern Munich played, how they effed up everybody, and the fact that Joshua Kimmich was the guy who made that amazing pass to Kingsley Coman, I think guys now are like, all right, who is this dude? Because this dude was flipping quality for Bayern Munich and was amazing and was clutching in the CL final. So I would say slightly because I still think guys, because they've not watched enough of him and they don't know the different kind of positions that he plays and just how good of a passer of the ball is and just how good he's at creating and his vision. Yeah, I think he might be slightly underrated, man. Um, Slightly underrated, man. Um, what was I gonna say, man? That's what I say, man. But yeah, look. So for Juventus, man. What are those guys doing? Well, the cannibal says that the move may still be on. So they could. So I think Dzeko is confirmed, but I think Cannibal. Well, so that's the thing as well as if Juve have already said yes to Dzeko, what's the point of getting the Cannibal? But then the Cannibal says that, oh no, I've passed the Italian exam. So he said that there's still a chance of me moving to Juventus. So if there's still a chance of him moving to Juventus, then there's no point in getting Dzeko. you know. So I still don't, because people say, oh, the Dzeko deal is confirmed. Because if that Dzeko deal is confirmed, then the Cannibal thing is all done. Um. So yeah, man, it's and my because this is what guys were saying on Twitter. So in 2020, if a declining Cannibal or Dzeko, I would still take a declining Cannibal in 2020 than Dzeko because I still think that Cannibal can still give you more quality than I think thinking. Because remember, it's Cristiano is going to score a lot of goals, so you're not really looking for a striker to really supply a lot of those goals. And I still and there's more that Cannibal can bring to the team in terms of what he can do on the ball as well as his finishing. I think for Dzeko, yeah, he can finish and so forth, but he's a target man, so he's a lot more limited than what your boy Cannibal can do. And let's just be real. Even in 2020, are you honestly going to take Dzeko over the Cannibal? So come on, man. Um, the Cannibal Suarez, man. Because who's better, Maradona or Messi? I think Messi has a wider skill set in terms of his passing, creativity, dribbling, and so forth. But overall, I would say Maradona is the better footballer. Just as far as just like a footballer and effectiveness and what you can do on the pitch and the whole package, Maradona is a better whole package than Messi. For me, I still say Maradona for me is the GOAT. He is my GOAT. Arnan is the best player I've seen. Maradona, I think, is the greatest player of all time. Um, is Cavani done? Um, I'd still take Cavani. I would still take Cavani. And you know what? If I was advising Chelsea, I would say, guys, you know what? This guy can still get you goals. I think the guy still has a very good eye for goals. Just don't rely on him. That's just the thing. In a big game, don't put the pressure on Cavani to say what's up. That's all it is. As long as you don't do that, yeah, man. Why not? Why not? Why not? Yeah, I mean, I need to see Bayern's six because people say that Bayern's six goal is apparently money. So I need to see that six goal that Bayern scored, man. Oh, sorry, I did say I was gonna say this. I'm not sure whether Homeboy is still here, but I said I was gonna say this. So this was a super chat that I missed from yesterday. So shout out to Beato Klump. So Beato Klump, if you're out there, I'm reading your super chats right now that I missed yesterday. And he said, how good was Pavel Nedved? What tier? Pavel Nedved, you see, the thing about Pavel Nedved is this. Great attacking midfielder. Shouldn't have won that Ballon d'Or. That Ballon d'Or was on Reese. That Ballon d'Or was on Reese, and there was no reason why they gave it to Nedved over Henry, because Henry was the better player that year. But that being said, really damn good attacking midfielder, you know. And I think that there were not many people, almost similar to like Macaronis, there were not many people doing or playing the role the way that he played it in terms of a midfielder breaking from midfield, scoring those kinds of goals, and having that kind of amazing finishing. So he was pretty unique in that sense. He was pretty unique in that sense. But if I was to tier him, I would say tier 2. Maybe upper tier 3, but I'll say tier 2. I'll say he just sneaks into tier 2, but not definitely not upper tier 2. Hell no. Definitely not upper tier 2. But I'll say he may. You see, I'm deciding between upper tier 3, tier 2. Upper tier 3, tier 2. So if he's in tier 2, basically, as like I said, lower tier 2. So he's probably on the lower end of tier 2. He'll probably be on the lower end of tier 2. So yeah, look, I can't say he was one of the best players of his generation. He was definitely up there. You know, he wasn't better than Henry. Sorry, he's not better than Henry, but he was very good for his time. Around this time, and I think he was very good for his time. So shout out to Beto Clubs. Hopefully you're there and around for me to answer your question. So will Perisic stay at Inter even though he won a UCL with Bayern while on loan? Yeah, he'll stay at Inter because it's about game time and so forth. They just bought Leroy Sane. And I feel that if you're looking at a pecking order, Leroy Sane will start. And he now has to battle for a place with Koeman, who might be improving. So I think Perisic will say to himself that I probably have more chance of having regular football being at Inter Milan than I will being at Bayern Munich. So, yeah, I still see him staying at Inter Milan. And even if they won a UCL, that doesn't really mean anything because are you going to play or not? You know, are you going to be a regular starter? No, like there is no there is no kind of what was I going to say? There is no guarantee that you're going to be a regular starter ahead of those dudes or not. So that's my thing. Wow, Zidane is overrated. Jesus. You know, but for me, if I was putting those three guys in order, it would go Totti, Rui Costa, Nedved. You know, I mean, Totti was very much a luxury player. Basically, he was like Ozil before Ozil, but peak Totti did some crazy stuff, man. Peak Totti did some crazy things, bro. some absolutely crazy things. And for me, I always loved Rui Costa. Rui Costa was like a beautiful player to watch. Absolutely beautiful player to watch. Like just the way in which he would just pass. He just reminded me a lot of Pirlo. Just that Pirlo was a lot more effortless in what he did. But Rui Costa was just in terms of just like playing central midfield and just having superb composure on the ball in that midfield. Rui Costa was money, man. And I mean, how Portugal didn't win those Euros, man. Because I think, yeah, because Rui Costa was Rui Costa. Yeah, I don't think Rui Costa was in the 04 team. He was in the, because Manish was in the 04 team. I don't think he was, because he was in the 2000 team. And of course, he was in the 02 team. But I think he was in the 04 team. Because I remember when they played England. Yeah, he was in the 04 team. Yeah, he was in the 04 team. Yeah, because he scored that goal against England in extra time. So from that side, oh wow. Now this is deep. Do you believe in the conspiracies about Hollywood scandals, the sexual assault that some actors have experienced? Hollywood is a very strange place. It's a super, super strange place. And a lot of those conspiracies are not even really real conspiracies, they are real. Because remember, this is Hollywood. And Hollywood is a place where it is the land of the cover-up, is the land of the extravagance, and it's the land of just madness and just craziness, So the sexual assault stuff, I think it's real. It's fully real because, guys, it's Hollywood. It's Hollywood. It's like, it's when you're dealing with guys with that kind of power, of course you're going to abuse. Of course, you're going to abuse the power. And you're like, hey, man, this hot chick on my movie set and so forth. Yeah, I'm going to take advantage of that chick, 100%. So it's always going to happen, man. It's always going to happen. So I believe all that stuff. It's not a conspiracy. It's all real, man. Mossab, man. I told you, man. I'm the football stream merchant, man. In terms of marathon streams, nobody beats the kid. I told you, man. I can talk about football for about 3, 4, 5 hours. Easily talk about football for about 3, 4, 5 hours, man. I am the football stream merchant. Has anybody played Monster Hunter on the Nintendo Switch? I'm considering getting Monster Hunter. I'm considering getting that because I want to get either Final Fantasy 7 or Final Fantasy 9 because I want to try and actually properly finish those games because I never really finished them properly on PlayStation. But I've heard some good things about Monster Hunter and I'm considering getting Monster Hunter. So have you guys who's played Monster Hunter, is it worth getting on the Nintendo Switch? Any of you guys who have played Monster Hunter, help it do that. Help it do that, man. Help it do that. Help it do that. Oh, bro, I'm not even going there, man. I'm not even going there about Metzelda, man. I heard that stuff about Metzelda. Nah. If you remember, Balotelli has a UCL with Inter. Ibra doesn't. Mario over Ibra. True, but how much did Balotelli contribute to that UCL? Arbeloa has a World Cup. Stefan Givash. What's it called? Stefan Givash. Remember that dude? Yes. Stefan freaking Givash has a World Cup as well. That stuff, it doesn't matter, man. It does really matter, man. So Balotelli, like, that's just a sad case, man. That's just such a sad case. And every time I just see Balotelli and I just see him on Instagram, I'm like, so sad. So sad. I mean, because you could have been so flipping amazing. Like, that kid that did what he did in Euro 2012 should have gone on and just been a superb, amazing striker. And the fact that he didn't, it's sad, bro. It's absolutely sad. It's absolutely flipping sad, man. Should have been so much better. And you played for AC Milan and Inter Milan. I remember that one goal he scored for AC Milan where this guy literally from a standing position, this must have been about 40 or 45 yards out, smacked the freaking ball top corner. I was like, that's just insane. That's just flipping insane, man. Yeah, bro, that Metzelder thing is wild. Guys, hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Hit that freaking like button, man. Hit that freaking like button. You know what it is. Bada bingy, bada bungo. Oh yeah, his goal celebration, man. So actually, let me best goal celebration you've ever seen, or rather, best or most iconic celebration. We may actually maybe even talk about this on Sunday. The best or the most iconic goal celebration. For me, I always liked the Ravanelli shirts over the head thing. You know, and but do you know what pisses me off? Is the fact that you get a yellow card for removing your shirt, which is stupid because it's not stripping. If you remove any other item of clothing other than a shirt, then you should be sent off. 100%. Because I remember look, there was one time when a guy scored like a goal and I think he reached into his balls. That stuff is like, yeah, be sent off. But my thing is, that because imagine scoring like a goal like in the 97th minute winner. You've got to take off your shirt, which is why some people still do it and they still get the card. But it shouldn't be. You shouldn't be reprimanded for it, man. You should not be. Your boy Nat's thanking the super chats. Marlon Brando, Arteta, and Bill Cosby are a few to mention. Hollywood is sick and has made me fall out with movies. It doesn't have to. I don't give a damn about Hollywood and what goes on. I just watch the films, which is why when I say to people that you don't need to know about these actors' lives or what they do behind the scenes. Just watch the film. Now, obviously, if you now sort of it gets thrown upon you, then you can now choose. But the issue is people wanting to find out every little detail about all of these actors when you shouldn't have to. You should just ignore it. You should not have to try and find out all these things about all these dudes because it's a sick, weird place. All I'm there for is just to watch the ads. Just show me a freaking movie and piss off. Simple as that. Xbox X or PS5? At the moment, neither. But I'm waiting until a system releases like a truly amazing game. Let's ride. I got the Xbox because of Halo. I got the PS2 because it's PlayStation and it is what it is. And well, FIFA, because FIFA was the launch title, and obviously me and my brothers all wanted to play FIFA. This is back when FIFA was a game that we all played, so we wanted to play FIFA and Xbox was not around. I didn't get the PS3 because it was overpriced. I got the 360 because it was much cheaper than the Xbox, and eventually Mass Effect came out on the 360. You know, I didn't really well, I did get the PS4, but I got the PS4 out of anger at the Xbox One releasing that trash connect and all that crap. So that's why I got that. But my thing about this is you need to show me a game. And I'm not spending £400 on Miles Morales, a flipping C-Tech starving man Spider-Man, or Demon Souls. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not. Okay. Miles Morales is trash. I know that as a black man, that's the wrong thing to say. I'm saying right now, Miles Morales is gutter trash. This is coming from a passionate Spider-Man fan. So I love Spider-Man. I don't give a freaking damn about Miles Morales. He's trash. Okay. So that's how it is. I don't have to like Miles Morales because he's black. No, he's trash. I'm sorry. He's trash. Actually, what was Thuram's celebration when he scored? Is it the first or the second one? Actually, a funny one is Nigeria, Greece, and I think what was it? I think it was Finidi George, where he basically went down on all fours and was like walking like a dog. Ian Wright had great celebrations. Like when I was young, when they used to show football in Nigeria, I used to always I always wanted to see Arsenal. No, I always wanted to see Ian Wright score because he always had a different funny celebration for all of his goals, man. So yeah, no. Ian Wright was always funny to look at. Um, oh what? Did this happen? Shimon never got a yellow in the semis of the UCL after taking off his shirt, was scoring the winning goal, and wasn't allowed to. Oh my God, man. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is just crazy. The other card was well, afraid the players have some political antics or advertisers in the shirts beneath, I believe, which is stupid. Um, that's stupid because very it's very simple. Okay, if that's your issue, before every game, every player is basically before every game, it is everyone is checked and ensured that you are not wearing any political message on any shirts you have beneath. So make sure that that's done, no political message and so forth. But my thing is this. Okay, see, this is difficult. Okay, if let's say you had something that said, "I hate all white people, I hate all black people, I hate all Jews, I hate all Muslims, and so forth." Okay, football is a massive sport, seen by many people, and a player doing that, you don't want that kind of negative thing, especially to be put upon for young kids and so forth. Um, but if a guy says "Free Palestine" or something against apartheid or something against racism or so forth, how is that harmful? Fair enough, because you can get into really murky ground. Just have an agreement that you're not allowed to have any of these messages. And you know what you do? Punishment. If you have a political message, 10-game ban. 10-game ban, 100,000 fine. And now you now have to say to yourself that, is it worth me? And for some people, it could be that, you know what? It's worth a 10-game ban. So that you don't have to say so that, is it worth a 10-game ban, me putting forth this political message? But I think if you put that harsh punishment, that 10, 15-game ban, if you do this political message, there you go. But you have to bring it back. You have to bring that whole thing back, man. So let's just see. But yeah, no, but I mean, like, it is stupid because I don't know how. Again, like Iniesta, you know, you scoring a winning goal in that World Cup final, or even for God's sake, it is just so natural for you to take off your shirts, man. That's just a natural human footballing thing to do. So it's stupid, man. Favorite superhero? Spider-Man. Either Spider-Man or Spawn. It's between those two, but I lean more towards Spider-Man. See, for me, I think I really like Batman in a specific setting, but overall, has always ever since I was young, has always been Spider-Man. But obviously, as I grew older and I got into Spawn, then obviously Spawn was someone that I was into. But Spider-Man has always been my dude, man, from the get go. And because I was a Spider-Man fan, I don't accept Miles Morales, man. Guys, dude is trash, bro. Dude is complete trash. Um, I'm not answering that question, man. All right, guys. Look, man. I think we're up. We're good, man. We're good. Lord, time for me to finish off this episode of The Boys. Play a bit more of Animal Crossing. So, what do we have? So tomorrow, guys. So tomorrow we have the hangout. Obviously, we have the hangout at 10 p.m. I might do a post match of the Man United West Ham game. So watch out for that. I could do a post-match of the United West Ham game. So I'll see what the timing is like, and I may schedule that for tomorrow. So just keep abreast on the YouTube channel for what's happening and so forth. And on Sunday, of course, post-match Chelsea, Liverpool. There might be a pre-match that drops tomorrow as well. Members, I will try and hook up a time for us to watch the All or Nothing. I'm just trying to find the right time, but trying to hook up the right time for you to watch All or Nothing and so forth. Drop a like, guys. Drop a like. I remember my shout out to all of my Patreon members. Your support is very much valued. Shout out to all my Football Hot members. Your support is very much valued. And to support your boy HH, think about becoming a member. Think about becoming a Patreon member as well, man. And go and get it. So, guys, I'll see you very soon. Stay true, stay real, stay sexy, stay lovely, and your boys out. Peace to the out. Become a Patreon member. Gain access to my blog, get access to exclusive videos, and also gain access to the podcast of the Saturday and the Sunday hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfup to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy HH.